I'm Marjuan Canady. I am a director, writer, producer, educator, and entrepreneur. Well, I'm originally from Washington, D.C. and grew up in a really culturally rich house full of history and music and storytelling. All of that influenced me, but I really didn't start believing that I could be a professional artist until I went to my high school, Duke Ellington School of the Arts. Having a creative family was the thing that grounded me and rooted me and allowed me space to think beyond what it was I was going to school for. I was producing, I was directing, and I was doing all of these things not knowing that this is what I was doing and really what I was good at. The one really memorable moment I had my 9th grade year, Sarah Jones came and premiered her one-woman show. It was incredible, and just seeing how she was using her voice, her culture, her community, integrating activism into her work. There were so many experiences at Ellington that it was just ingrained, into me, and I was totally not aware of it as a 14-year-old. When I was on my way from graduating from NYU, I wanted to tell a story that really showcased the experience of Black and brown women in the media and the history of us on stage. So I just decided I'm gonna write this one-woman show really to graduate. That was my intention. I had never written anything before. I was coming from a space where I had no idea what I was doing. I just said, hey, I'm gonna go for it. That was the first time I saw those connections of my creative work, entrepreneurship, activism, education, all the things that I love in this one piece. So from there it was like, oh, there's no turning back. I have to continue to develop my own work. I wanted to get more into TV and film. I just said, let me just go. I have nothing holding me back. I'm gonna go to LA and just try it. And I was getting out of that space of just being an actor. There were so many other parts of me that I wanted to develop, and LA gave me the space to just learn. So at the same time, I was working on my second piece called Callaloo through a collaboration with my business partner and friend from my high school, Duke Ellington. We decided to turn it into a children's book, and from there, the East Coast kept calling me back because we were literally getting booked every week. So I think I was flying back and forth, both coasts every week, every 2 weeks for almost 2 years. It just made sense that, I put more of my focus into this project, into my original work, and be closer to my family. I definitely felt like I failed coming back. Yes, I was happy to be home and be closer to my family, but I was also struggling trying to figure out my work balance. It forced me to look at the community that's in DC and not thinking so much of the industry. I have to be in the industry out there, but what do I have at home? That's when I really started producing work, like every year I was making 2 or 3 projects, making short films, starting a nonprofit, and figuring out how to make things happen. DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities has been such a huge force in that and in my journey being a DC artist. Everywhere I go, I say I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, or I'm affiliated with DC Commission on the Arts, and everybody knows. It means a lot that I'm from a city that cares so much about their artists, and because I've worked in many cities and lived many places around the world, you don't find that all the time. I think that at this stage where I am, I want to continue to cultivate stories, whether I'm behind the scenes or on screen or in a business room or in an office, because they matter, because diverse voices need to be heard. It's just such an incredible feeling, you know, when you create a piece of art and it comes from your mind, and then you put your spirit and your whole mind, body, soul into it, and to look at it and say, hey, you know, I did that.